If you hadn't been listening, I don't know. I know your ass like, what? I ain't joined the army. Yeah, this is gonna be that type of show. Welcome to the Wake and Bake Show. I'm your host, Miss Green Jeans, and I got Miss Gitchy Green on standby. Guess what? This is gonna be one heck of a show. I'm gonna go ahead and smooth you into it a little bit. For those who was up there getting their chips, their dish, their munchies, their edibles, their granables, their vapes, and missed the performance of Miss Gladys Knight. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We gonna have that for you right here, right now.
To honor America and perform our national anthem, please welcome home 8-time Grammy winner, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, the Empress of Soul, Gladys Knight.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the
And we're back. Good morning, everybody. They're like, what in the world is going on here? It's a state of a hot mess. Good morning, Miss GG. Hey, good morning, Miss Gitchy Green. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing live and direct from the low country of Charleston, South Carolina.
Live from Football City, USA, Rock Hill, South Carolina. This is all Southern, y'all.
All right.
Girl, I am highly medicated and highly favored this morning.
All right. Well, I'm in the process of waking and baking. what's going on in the world today.
Oh, girl, I'm gonna tell you like this here. I don't know how many people suffered through the State of the Union address. This is why I put the state of a hot mess. I know some of y'all slept through it. I can understand that, but some of us got to watch it anyway. And this is what I heard for the first, I think, 18 to 20 minutes. Was I thought I was in Charlie Brown cartoon for a minute because all of my voice was him, but blah, 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 until he said Farm Bill. Then, yeah, I woke up then. I'm like, okay, he talking about something I want to hear. You know, he was talking about how the Farm Bill is going to be helping farmers and anything, and the key word, agriculture. Now, culture, key word. Now, hearing that, in my mind, not trying to think like 45. I don't want to get in that psyched up world. I promise you I don't. But by him saying agriculture, what is cannabis? Cannabis is an agricultural plant.
It is.
So, in that mindset, knowing how he said he wants to make America great again, this is what I want all of us to do. And I know, Geechee Green, I read all your stuff all the time. You are an elegant writer and speaker. So, I'm going to charge you with this on the air because I know you can handle it so well. That is to get us started on a platform, either on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever platforms we want to use this on, and get us enough signatures so it'd go before the president for him to go ahead and legalize cannabis now. I think you have to have over 300,000 signatures, and I don't forget, like I said, I'm highly medicated this morning, so I don't remember exactly where you have to go with that information. If some of our listeners know, I'm quite sure you probably do, because you're highly educated like that as well, and highly medicated. One of us got to think this morning.
I'm going to do the research to put it together. So
okay.
Let's get these signatures.
Okay.
All right. Because we need people to understand that we need to push this. Cannabis is a plant that's been growing in America for centuries. So we need to get back to that because we want to make America great again. Let us be able to control our own wealth. Let us be able to control our own fortune. Let us be able to control our own future.
Exactly.
We're pro-cannabis here.
We are very pro-cannabis here. And if I have one more person come up to me and ask me if I'm medical or rec, I'm going to scream.
Well,
I am.
Are you medical or rec?
Yes.
To me, it doesn't matter. The plant is needed. And all is recreation is medical. It's called preventative medicine.
Exactly. Can we please rewrite that word? I mean, rec. Ain't no such thing as rec.
That's right.
Because if you're using, you're healing.
It's called preventative or
preventative medicine. they trying to keep from being in the situation that we're in. You know what I'm saying? Cause
that's right. I mean,
I rather. This is me personally. I'd rather them do preventative medicine using cannabis than a lot of other things they have on the market, or a big pharma that likes to dial up all that BS that shuts down your liver, your kidneys, your mind, your body, your soul, your everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, they don't look. Big pharma is not holistic, and we're looking at it in a holistic point of view. This medicine does not only just affect us physically, it affects us spiritually, it affects us emotionally, it affects us to the point where we are elevated. I mean, we communicate with people on a different level. So Big Pharma is out to separate, dissect, and chop you up so that they can say, oh, well, we can fix your liver, but we'll destroy your lungs. Oh, we'll fix your lungs, but we'll destroy your pancreas. So you can keep on coming back. We don't need that. We need a one-stop drug. Here we go. Marijuana is a preventative drug as well as it does cures. So that's why we need to push for these signatures.
Yeah.
Because people need to understand that, hey, that we're not here to say we need medication just because our children have tumors and seizures. But we have people who have glaucoma, hereditary glaucoma. We have people who have hereditary cancers, diseases inside their bodies. Hereditary. All right? So we have to prevent these things from surfacing. That's where the marijuana comes in.
Preventive medicine, because like in my situation right now, I know for a fact we have diabetes in my family on both sides. I know that I have kidney problems on both sides of my family. Two of my family members, my mother and my grandmother, both was on dialysis. I want no part of that, so that's why I am trying to stay away from this medication. As the state of South Carolina is killing me, it's time for me to go home. It's time for me to go back to Florida, because the point of it is this. Florida medical cannabis is legal in that state, and that's my home state. So me and you gonna talk about that off air too, because I after last night and thinking about taking them pills and then how long they last, it was horrible. Last night I did get some rest, but I'm not a person personally per se of having big pharma in my life for those reasons, but I know my personal medical history. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I don't walk the walk, I talk the talk. And believe me, for me to have to go to the emergency room yesterday, that's why there was no show. I was in excruciating pain. Now, if I'd have been in my home state, I wouldn't have had to do this. All I would have had to do is go down to the dispensary and tell them what my ailments was, and I guarantee I could have got a muscle relaxer, and I wouldn't have been in the hospital for 7 hours, 4 hours of that, laying in a damn cold ass hallway. But that's a whole nother show.
Carolina.
Yeah, girl.
Welcome to South Carolina is the third world.
They treated me like I ain't have no fucking insurance. I feel some kind of way about that shit. I'm a veteran, damn it. Plus I have insurance. I'm like, oh my God. But we gonna go ahead and take a break. See, I'm about to go off on that note. Hey, I need to go ahead and medicate a little bit more. Y'all, excuse us. You're tuned to the Wake and Bake Show.
Said it wasn't a gateway drug. My homie was taking subs and he ain't wake up the whole while. These billionaires, they caked up, paying up Congress, so we take their drugs. Murderers who will never face the judge. And we dancing to a song about a face gone numb. But I seen homies turn gray, noses draining blood. I could have been gone, our 30s faded in that tub. That's Prince, Michael and Whitney, that's Amy Ledger and Pimp C, that's Yams, that's DJ AM. Goddamn, they're making the killing. Now it's getting attention cause Sarah, Katie and Billy. But this shit's been going on from Seattle out to South Philly. It just moved about the city and it spread out to the burbs. Now it's everybody's problem, got a nation on the verge. Take activists off the market, jack the price up on the syrup. But Purdue Pharma's about to move that work.
My drug dealer was a doctor, had the plug from Big Pharma. He said that he would heal me, but he only gave me problems. My drug dealer was a doctor, had the plug from Big Pharma. I think he trying to kill me. He tried to kill me for $1.
And these devils, they keep on talking to me. They screaming, open the bottle. I wanna be at peace. My hand is gripping that throttle. I'm running out of speed. Try to close my eyes, but I just keep on sweating through these sheets. For a horseman, they won't let me forget. I wanna forge a prescription, cause doctor, I need some more of it. When morphine and heroin is more of your budget. I said I never use a needle, but sure, fuck it. I'm caught up, I'm on one, I'm nauseous. No options, exhausted. This is not what I started. Walking carcass, I lost everything I wanted. My blind's drawn, too gone to leave this apart.
My drug dealer was a doctor, had the plug from Big Pharma. He said that he would heal me, but he only gave me problems. My drug dealer was a doctor, had the plug from Big Pharma. I think he trying to kill me. He tried to kill me for $1.
Re-up, death certificate, sign the prenup. Ain't no coming back from this Percocet activist, Ambien, Adderall, Xanax binge. Best friends with the thing that's killing me. Enemies with my best friend, there's no healing me. Refilling these. They say it's debt, institutions and DOC. So God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. wisdom to know the difference.
And we're back. I guess y'all got my point about how I feel about these damn people around here with all this damn medicine. I mean, it's ridiculous. It is totally ridiculous. Sick of it,
So
man.
ridiculous.
So sick of it. But Jill, oh man, I'm gonna tell you like this, girl. It sucks getting old. It really does. I look like an old woman, a 90 up here, man. I got a heating pad on my back. I got a pillow behind the heating pad to give that extra support. So yeah, I'm in a state of a hot mess myself. But being highly medicated, I'm not medicated on what they want me to be medicated on. I'm gonna just be honest about that. I'm not. I can't do it. I did ready to decide. I forgot the name of the medication. I can't find it. I must have put it in the trash, cause it has effects on your kidneys and your liver. So I'm like, nope.
You forgot to do your disclaimer like they do on the commercials.
Yeah.
They have you come in. You forgot to do this drug will cause heart failure, kidney failure, and possible death.
No joke. Yeah, the disclaimer. I was like, I took one, but this is the problem with it. If you don't carry me through a whole full 8 hours, you're not doing me a bit of good. I shouldn't have to wake up and retake. No, next. So I'm calling my doctor this morning. I'm like, look. Can we get us into orthopedics? You know how I feel about Western medicine. We and her has that kind of open conversation. You know how I feel about Western medicine.
Well, as a practicing herbologist and practicing to get my neuropathic license certification here in South Carolina, I think it's important that we realize the importance of natural medicine. And if we can get the cannabis in natural form, then you are extracting directly from the plant. There's no chemicals added. There is no preservatives, no additives, none of that extra stuff in it. When they do these drugs that the big pharma does, they do go for these natural plants, but then they splice them and they chop them down and they add some bleach to them and they add some oxidation to it and they add all these other chemicals that you don't even know.
That you can't pronounce, let's know.
You got some, you get some stuff off the periodic treatment table that they're going to add into there that you don't even realize breaks down organs.
Yep.
All right, and then they add them in there because, the greater cause, it's healing this, even though it may have minor effects on that. They don't care. So that's what they do at Big Pharma, is they go for these. That's why you'll see Big Pharma is going to start getting into this industry. If they haven't already really, really invested, they're going to start investing.
GW Pharmaceuticals over under the pond has already been doing that. They already came up with a simulated cannabis right now that they put on the market, and it's trying to be passed through the FDA.
Well, and I will say down here in South Carolina, in Charleston, Medical University is the hospital of the state.
Right.
So I will kindly let people know Medical University is purchasing property so that they can build their own hemp farm here in this area.
Wow.
So they can manufacture their own medicine. So you have to be wary of what's going on, because I know that you got to keep your eyes open.
Yes, you do.
Down here in Charleston, they doing some stuff, under the table.
Yeah, see, now that's why I had to have some eyes down there, Geechee Green, and that's why I love you so much, my sister, because the fact is this, I'm up here in the upstate. So, mostly I'm mostly getting Charlotte. I'm not getting, the low country or even Columbia in some cases. So, I needed them eyes and ears, definitely, because that's definitely up on my radar. So we definitely need to put that in print somehow and get that spread out to the masses, because for those who don't tune into the show, this is too important to keep under wraps. Instagram, Twitter, and all need to be aware of this as well.
Yes. We have to be aware of what's going on out there, and I think that it's important, and I'm glad that we linked up upstate and down south on the bottom part here in the low country. We linked up because we got a lot of people. South Carolina is called an agriculture state. This is one of the #1 agricultural states, they pro-agriculture here, so they do a whole lot of stuff that they will invest into farming.
Yeah, and
So
the thing
those
is
are
this,
parts
I would
of
like to
property.
talk to the cotton farmers here. We are one of the highest producing states of cotton still.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could show
Girl, yeah,
them
you can go right on up 95 and catch you some cotton on the side of the street.
right here in York County, you can catch a lot of cotton too. I live
Yeah.
less than a mile away from a huge cotton field.
I still don't understand how they used to pick cotton. That bush is so
Ooh,
sticky.
girl, Lord have mercy.
That shit
And I've seen it up close and personal. Now think about it. Back in the days,
Cut
back in
your
the
finger.
1800s, 1700s, when they was picking that shit, they had no gloves.
Because cotton was king in South Carolina.
Yes, Lord. And you can see they
Cotton
still have
was
some of the
king.
remnants of the plantations here to prove it.
Oh, well, they welcome to South Carolina. where
Girl,
they don't
yeah,
get rid
I'm
of
sorry.
women.
That's that Florida mentality mindset. I will never leave my home state of Gainesville, Florida. # Go Gators. I keep that Gator mindset. Yeah, they still have some in Florida, but the area I was at, we didn't see that because we had the University of Florida, and that's what kept us, moving forward. This place is stuck years back. I'm sorry to say it, but oh my God. This not a progressive state by
They
no
move
means.
like- I'd say they move like molasses around here.
Ooh,
They-
honey,
They
yes.
move like molasses. They a little slower than everybody else. But the good thing is they do move, and they have some progression going on with them. They not having a lot, but we got to pay attention to what's going on.
But the sad
Like
thing
fire.
about it is this is not by locals.
Definitely not by local.
It's not by locals because you think about it. Me and you having this conversation. You're local. I'm not. Think about it.
That is true.
That's
But
perfect
I'm a
proof
different
right
type
there.
of local. I'm an experienced local, one that travels around the world, things like that. So I have had exposure.
Mhm.
I like to say I'm an exposed local. So my perspective is a little bit different.
And that's what's needed.
And so it is needed because there's a two-way street here. You can communicate with the people who haven't been away, so you can help motivate them, and you can actually communicate with the people coming in because you understand how it is coming into this slow town.
And that's why I am trying to get back to Florida for that simple thing that you just said right there, because I have been around the world. I mean, my picture's been seen broadly all across the United States and overseas. And for me to go back to Florida would be a huge thing because I know for a fact, besides carrying this show to Florida, which is still part of the Geechee community, especially Gainesville,
Yep. Geechee.
we will be exposed to even more there, and we can bring more to Greenwise TV. I can bring more to Dynasty Media. I bring more to iHeartRadio. So what I'm going to be doing is today I'm going to be putting a GoFundMe page together, and I got to go. I mean, I need help. I got to get the hell up out of here because I'm not trying to die by these people. Because I know, as long as I stay here, and as long as we don't have a bill, that the more pills are gonna be pushed my way, and I don't want them busting in my house, knocking down my door, saying, "Hey, you're being illegal," and that's the biggest thing that scares me more than anything else.
Oh yes, the pushes and how they come and knocking at your door. I put up a post a couple of weeks ago. One of my friends who owned a flower shop, she sells CBD in her shop, and she sells a flower shop, weddings, fresh cut flower shop, for weddings and stuff like that. And she received a letter from her landlord who said that he found out that she was selling CBD in her store. It is an illegal plant. If she doesn't stop selling it, he will terminate her lease and she will be evicted.
Well, she should have sent him a response back telling him about the hemp bill that President Trump just recently passed, which makes that plant legal across all 50 states.
That sounds really good to exposed, educated people. But that don't sound good. Welcome to South Carolina, where
Jesus.
they don't care. They don't care.
People,
They just don't
wake
care.
the fuck up. Oh my God. I feel like Harriet Tubman sometimes. I promise you I
You're
do.
talking about like running to Florida because you want to prevent. That's what we are heading head on right now here in South Carolina. Ignorant conversations. So as a group, as medical marijuana advocates, we need to be putting on education forefronts when we create situations and meeting fronts where we can educate these people, because they are completely ignorant, because most people believe, then off the top of their head, they say marijuana is a gateway drug. And I say over and over, gateway to what? In fact,
the number one gateway drug is alcohol.
The number one gateway
especially
drug
here in the state
alcohol.
of South Carolina. Any youth, male or female, if you did a poll today and asked them the first drug their choice they ever take, 99.75% gonna say alcohol.
As if they recognize alcohol as a drug, because they don't want to recognize alcohol as a drug. They'll say that they drank alcohol, but their first drug was weed. A lot of people in South Carolina say that.
I understand
my
that.
first drug is weed, because they don't recognize alcohol as a drug.
That's very true.
And that is the truth of the matter, and that's why you have a lot of people who say, like, South Carolina representatives say stupid things like, marijuana is the worst drugs that ever existed in the entire existence. How is that possible? He must not know what methamphetamine is.
Oh, he must be met a meth head or a crackhead in person.
Once again.
Oh, by the way, I got a question for you. Speaking of crack and meth, why do our president tune up before he have a speech, man? He was sniffing again. I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8 conversation. Sniff. I mean, anybody. Well, you gotta remember, I'm from Florida, and at the time I was coming up in the, in the age 18, 19, 20, 21. Although I didn't do cocaine, I knew a lot of people that did, and that's a cocaine sniff. I don't give a damn what nobody says.
That's a cocaine. That's what I said the last time, and nobody wanted to listen to me.
Well, honey, I watched the whole damn speech, and let me tell you, that's all I can hear is,
watch.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, da 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 da. Da 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 da. I'm like, good God, man! Oh my, that is the most irritating.
I'm gonna tell you that, girl. I said that when I watched him do that 10-minute State of the Union 10-minute speech or whatever, when he was talking to the people for that 10 minutes, that he had to address the people about the wall. He sniffed probably 15 times in that 10 minutes. So I was like, that vocal just did 2 lines before he came out. The money he got, he could have had some good coke, because good coke wouldn't have had him sniffing.
I ain't lying.
Dealing with.
I don't know, but oh my God, somebody in the DC area, do me a favor, hook Trump up with some good cannabis. I mean, that stuff that bring his mood down, so when the next time he has to address the people, we ain't got to hear all this damn sniffing. I mean, that's just, to me, that is an irritant. That's just so nasty.
And if you sniffing that much, boy, go blow your goddamn nose.
Right?
What kind of shit is, as a parent, I'm gonna say that. My child can't be walking behind me every 5 minutes, mommy, da-da-da-da, mommy, da-da-da. You get some tissue. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on.
Oh my God, you 70 plus years old and still doing that shit, man. Come on, really? Oh no. God. Anyway, will you be back? Like I said, girl, you ain't missed shit. You did not miss shit. The same, I mean, this is the thing also, before we go to break, is that I want to give kudos to the speechwriter. You almost made Trump sound human. We'll be back.
When you're under the influence of marijuana and you choose to get behind the wheel, you know it's wrong. So if you don't listen to your instincts, think about your fellow passengers. Or think about the other people on the road. Even the unexpected ones. And if you don't think about them,
you'll answer to us. Drive baked, get busted.
Hurry, Junior!
Wake up! Wake up!
4, 3, 2, 1! Happy Black History Month! Yeah!
This is why you woke us up.
It took me 4 Budweisers to get to sleep.
You been pre-partying? Black History! Black History!
What's happening? Is this real life? Is this gonna be forever?
For we're a jolly good race. For we're a jolly good race. For we're a jolly good race.
So, how many beers had you had when you agreed to marry him?
8.
Now, you know that's a damn shame. And welcome back to the Wake and Bake Show. I'm a huge fan of Cleveland Show. I hate they canceled that shit because there was some real shit on that shit that was said. And Black History Month, I mean, some people go all out and celebrate Black History Month like that. But the ending part where your girl had to say, how many beers did you agree to marry him? I think she said 4. And it took me 4 Budweisers to get to sleep. And they said, well, how many did it take you to marry him? And she said 8. See, if she had been smoking cannabis, she wouldn't have needed all the Budweiser. Because I guarantee you, Donna is supposed to be in her 40s, right? If I'm not mistaken, following the show as I did. She's in her late 30s, early 40s. So if you're drinking 4 to 8 beers a night, we already know what your resume is going to be. 2.5 hours of sleep. You're going to get up and you got to go to the bathroom. That's already automatic once you hit 50. But if you're drinking that many beers, I can guarantee you ain't having a restful night's sleep. And otherwise, where cannabis, in other words, will give you that full 6 to 8 hours sleep you need. Trust me, I know. But back to Trump and the sniffs.
Oh, man, that man. It's fine. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't doing nothing. We just need to go ahead and say, okay, so he pushed the farm bill. And he pushed it out for the farm bill because it's a business move for him. It's nothing else. It's not to help or heal the people. It's really a business move. It's strategy. So we're going to get on to that farm bill. And we're going to help push these people so they can get into this agricultural industry, agricultural industry, and get back. Because we are in prime area here in South Carolina. Because in this Gullah Geechee corridor that we talk about, we got lots of land that we can get into the minds of these people so we can convert. And then we can actually control growth in the state of South Carolina because we would have more land that we can use.
That is correct, and that's the goal.
And you know how it goes. When you control the income, you control the power.
That's exactly right.
Where our direction is. Because if we want to make some words and make some fluttering here in South Carolina, we have to be able to control the power, and that's us getting in control of the Gullah Geechee people and saying, hey, let's get moving into this right direction so we can say, let's go, let's go, let's go. They can't stop us if we got strong people like you and I forefronting and leading.
But could you imagine somebody trying to pronounce Gullah Geechee cannabis?
Why can't we brand Gullah Geechee cannabis?
Why don't we?
We should.
Let's do that.
Why not? Who doing it? Ain't nobody else doing it. We can do it. Boom, done.
Done.
Come up with a logo and just a few.
All
right.
You
know what I'm saying? Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. We do Gullah Geechee CBD and cannabis.
Gullah Geechee CBD and cannabis.
And when the market opens up.
And that way we can partner up with all our states, 4 states to go with.
There you go.
We got our North Carolina brethren. We got our South Carolina. We got our Georgia and our Florida.
So what we can do is that we put a message out there. Hey, come join the umbrella.
Come join the umbrella. You're already going to be making, you know what I'm saying? If we do it the right way,
you're
marketing your product.
That's right.
Boom, boom. All you're doing is running with the same marketing label. You know what I'm saying? You're branding yourself as one unit. That's everybody in control of their own stuff.
That's right. But you have an umbrella to fall up under.
Thinker. You know me.
Yeah.
I like big picture things.
Well, there you go. But That's what I'm talking about. People don't think about it's so many markets, and like I was telling somebody the other day, I had a phone call from a friend of mine right here in Rock Hill. Was they have somebody that's looking to get into the cannabis business. If you already have a successful business, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Everybody don't have to touch the plant. They don't.
Exactly.
And so what I told him is this. I said, we're going to need deliveries. People is not going to be able to get out and get this product to market. They want to order it, but they want it today. They don't want to wait 2 to 3 days for shipping. They want their shit right now, and I understand that. So that's where you come in and set up your delivery service.
Yes, we got a new DoorDash Geechee CBD delivery service.
No joke.
That would be so awesome.
And we can put that in the view today. So
we can.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that off air because I'm quite sure that person is not gonna follow through. And I already know they're not. And so what I'm gonna do is I got a couple of people that's down here that's running CBD shops, and if they ain't got it started up yet, I'm saying, hey, you want to work with the Gullah Geechee crew?
What? Because we got land.
Hey, we had your whole setup. We already, we got hemp. We just got the land. We just need. Hey, you know what? That's what you know what? When the next time you gonna come up this way?
I'm thinking about maybe at the end of the month.
Okay, let's see if I can make. I got a friend of mine I can make an appointment with, and we'll talk about that off air.
Okay.
They're very good. They're very good friend of mine, and they're huge in the CBD market right now. If that gives you any clues. Matter of fact, he was at the event in Charlotte with us.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. There it go. There it go.
There it go.
At the end of the year, I'm doing a homegoing trip to Sierra Leone.
Mm-hmm.
In December of 2019. Because I want to go down there and branch out, talk to the people, get all that stuff, do some trade, that thing. But I really, really, really want to get into the infrastructure and understand what they got going on over there because we're going to have to start branching out.
Yeah, we
Getting
are.
at the world, going places, seeing people, connecting what they doing, and that way we can link. Because if people ain't paying attention, the international world is buzzing.
Yes, it
right
is. It's
now.
buzzing real hard. It is buzzing
It's
real
buzzing.
hard.
The cannabis stock in Canada went up 19% since January.
Damn.
Yeah, throw your hands up, Canada.
Yep. I always be talking about the stock market here on the show. That's one of my pride and joys that I always like to, bring to the show is the cannabis stocks. And I hadn't got a chance to do that in the last couple of days because I've been in pain. So we're going to get back into
That's one of the things we can talk about maybe this week right here is get people into that mindset, investing.
Yeah, because I do have cannabis stocks. I need to check on mine.
There's countries like Germany that looking for people, you know.
And then there's a lot of companies out there in other states that, leaning towards having minority ownership, and they're helping.
Yeah.
And they're helping.
Yes,
California is one of them. I believe Pennsylvania is another one. I know Maryland. Maryland is dead set on having exclusiveness. Having the Latino and the African American and the LGBT community involved. I mean, they're strongly into it. So, and that's something that I'm not hearing here in the Carolinas.
Oh, no.
So, I ain't trying to step on no toes or nothing. I'm just saying, where's y'all exclusiveness in y'all mindset? And it's gonna be the last talk of the day because we at that 40-minute mark. So, how you feel about that, Geechee Green?
Well, I truly think that you have a lot of ignorance in South Carolina. I know that I put up a post one time reaching out for more people recruiting for the Minorities for Medical Marijuana South Carolina chapter. I got confronted with the young lady whose response is, well, I don't know what the purpose of minority is. And then I told her the industry is colorless. And then her response is the plant is green. Yes, the plant is green. But the industry is colorless. So, and barely any women. So we have to realize that, and I try to reach out to people, but you have a lot of ignorant people who are just here in South Carolina we got to remember this is the Confederate stronghold. It is the first to succeed from the United States when they decided to go to war with each other, mainly because of economics.
This is my question. And I know you follow up on your state a lot because I know my state history of Florida. Did we actually come back to the Union? Is it documented? And I have a reason.
South Carolina come back to the Union?
Yes, and is it documented? I have a reason for asking that question.
Technically, they are part of the Union, but they are the capital of the South.
I understand that. However, let me point out to you, I put up a statement saying that, the bills need to pass, that they have up there in the House and Senate right now. And somebody said it wouldn't work here in South Carolina. And this is the question I have to ask. If say, for instance, Donald Trump legalizes marijuana or cannabis or hemp or weed, weed, ganja, however you want to put it, why wouldn't South Carolina be covered? Aren't we part of the United States, or are we still seceded from the damn country?
Technically, you covered, but you got to remember, we run in a dual government system here in the United States, where you have your federal government and then you have your individual governments, which is your state government.
But wouldn't that at the same time be setting up a lawsuit? Because I'm going to be honest with you, if Donald Trump say I can light up and smoke, I'm going to light up and smoke. I'm just saying.
You can go ahead and create the lawsuit. South Carolina don't have a problem with bureaucracy. Let me tell you what they do. They just burn records. That's all. They just burn records. They don't care. They will do whatever. If they say, okay, you have, if you can grow hemp legally and the federal government says you can, and we are on federal land inside United States of America, blah, 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 the South Carolina state government is going to say, stop right there. We still own sovereign rights for our own state, and you can't do this. But they also do backwards and grandpa laws where they just pull shit out of the woodworks, because South Carolina got some Babbage laws still on the records right now that they actually can use. And that's what they're trying to do. As long as we don't have lawmakers who are pro-cannabis, as long as we don't have lawyers who are pro-cannabis, as long as we don't have political officials who are pro-cannabis and willing to stand up to change the laws, then they can play that bullshit like they've been playing for a long time. The slaves been free, but in Texas, they ain't find out until June.
I know.
So,
I know.
A whole year later.
Yes.
Not just in June, but a whole
year later. Hey.
They still was working.
Yep.
So that's the same thing that's going to happen here. Just like Texas, same thing.
Jesus.
So we got to look at these, what you call them red states, because a lot of them states, a lot of the people really need these medicines. I mean, really, really need these medicines, but they playing with bureaucracy and both.
They're playing with people's lives, and enough is a damn enough. I'm so serious about this. And like I was telling you, the reason I'm gonna say this, they're supposed to add some more agenda to the bill. We're looking into that. Me and Gigi gonna be looking into that, and we're gonna bring that to you on Thursday's show. But also, what I want my listeners to do is pull up Google the Therapeutic Act of 1980. Google that, and see where I'm coming from. Where if President Trump decided, okay, let's make cannabis and hemp legal. Medical marijuana has been legal in South Carolina since 1980. We was the first state to have legal medical cannabis.
Boom. Say it.
Still do. The bill will be 39 years old this year.
39 years old.
This is the reason I say, why are we rewriting? All you got to do is take the current bill that's been signed by the governor, backdoor this bullshit, and I just wish I could get up with a team of smart lawyers. That's the reason why I'm going to be reaching out to everybody across the country that is in marijuana law. Please pull up the Therapeutic Act of 1980 and see, can we dissect this and make it into a policy that everybody can use, so we ain't got to go through this, passing that. All we got to do is amend the current bill that's on South Carolina books.
1980.
Yep.
South Carolina's like to be the first now.
Yeah, but being the first and don't act on that, I'm just saying.
Well, you like you said, we We have to have people who are willing to stand up and support. We have to have people who are not afraid, who aren't easily bamboozled by words, who aren't easily misled because of propaganda. We have to make sure that these people are aware of these things, because if they aren't aware, then they're going to get sold back into slavery. Just that simple.
Honey, they already in slavery. Anytime you belong to Big Pharma, and I talked to a whole bunch of old ladies that, matter of fact, good morning, Kat. Good morning, Rose. I know y'all listen to the Wake and Bake Show. I got 2 new fans. You won't believe where I picked them up at.
Good morning, Rose.
Guess where I picked them 2 new fans up from?
Where?
Rose's department store here in Rock Hill.
All right.
Oh, and this is a different thing. Rose was 60, I think she was 68, and her friend Kat was 70-something years old.
Wow.
Them young ladies want to know about cannabis and hemp. When I said who I was and everything, and then I told them to the church I belonged to. And they recognized me from the work I did in the church. And so we had a quite interesting conversation. I was telling the viewers on the show about Kat and Rose the other day, but I didn't get a chance to tell you about it. These young ladies here, they up on their church game, very much so, and they had to admit for themselves that they was able to use that plant. They would have, each church would have their ushers back because they still want to usher. But because of the current medicines they're on now for their hips and their knees, they can't do it. So so what they're doing is they're going to be talking to the pastors of their churches, so I can come down there and talk to them about CBD, how to use it, and what they look for when they go out and shopping for it.
Yeah, and that's good, because what we have to do is, when on that note of educating, I'm so glad you talked to those ladies, because it's going to be ladies like that that's going to change people's mind and perspective. And one other thing that they do, they vote.
Yes, they do. Let me tell you about them senior saints. Them senior saints vote.
On that bill, looking to see where they can actually pass that Compassionate Care Act, or revitalizing the bill of 1980, whatever we're going to be doing here in the SC. But, because I'm playing nice with the Compassionate Care Act.
Oh, girl, yes. I'm going to tell you like this here. Like I said once again, and I hope the family of Spot will respect me for using his quote, because it means so much to me in this statement. The needs of the many. If you're a Star Trek fan, you know where I'm coming from with this. The needs of the many outweighs the needs of the few.
And that's right. The needs of the many outweighs the needs of the few.
So that's where I'm going to go with that.
Reanalyzing things around here, people.
Yep. So it's time for y'all to answer up. It's time for the people. Over 77% in a recent, 73% in a recent winter poll stated that people want medical cannabis. And I think another station, a TV station, I think down your way, said 78% of the people want medical cannabis. So it's time to give the people what they want. They want it.
Yeah.
They want it. So why can't you give them what they want?
What they want.
And my last burner before I put this blunt out is this. But while you're go ahead and trying to okay this current 10 county law with this alcohol sales on Sunday, give it a thought of this. If y'all do that, go ahead and legalize cannabis medically. Because from all the accidents that you're about to cause on the highway, we're going to need it. Now, I just put the blunt out on that. I got one question for you. Are you awake yet? Because you do know, by the way, Geechee Green, that bill does cover your county down there.
Yes, it does.
And it covers my county.
Yes, it does.
So, yes, ma'am. I mean, I'm not saying people ain't supposed to drink. They're going to drink anyway. But we know the alcohol problem we have here in this state. We're number 2 in the country. And I done told the story many a times. I get tired of walking in the stores smelling alcohol at 9 o'clock in the damn morning. Yeah, I done changed the stores. I don't give a damn if you go on the white side of town or the so-called black side of the town. Both of them the same.
It don't matter.
I don't care if I'm going to Target or the convenience store up the street. I have smelled alcohol on individuals. I'm just keeping it real.
Alcohol claim lives.
Way too many.
Marijuana does not.
Well, Geechee, what you gonna put out there before we pull out on them today?
I want y'all to go out there and just get y'all check out some of them news or marijuana news. And if you have some questions, hit us up, because we will be doing talking Call the Greens this week. So we have that open conversation with you, open, honest conversation about the cannabis industry.
No music, guys. So remember that if you're looking for the music, that's not gonna be there. It's gonna be all conversation.
All conversation, and it's interactive. So join us.
All right, hey, Geechee, how you gonna make it interactive? You got me?
Ain't they gonna call us?
They can. Yeah, I forgot about that, girl. Like I said, I'm medicated.
Okay.
I'm medicated.
That's why we here together.
Hey, but check this out. Once we get a little bit high speed, guys, we will be bringing it to you live on video as well. That's in the works. So we got a lot of things that's coming. Like I said, that's part of the reason of the move that needs to go down. And I'll tell y'all all about that at a later date, so y'all can help this happen, because y'all can actually bring the dream to full perspective. I'm almost there. I have found property there in the state of Florida, and I got to move quickly on it, which has access for me to have a studio in my possession of the home.
Make that move, girl.
Girl, if I can get this money raised up real quick, I will make that move. And what the nice thing about it is this: I'm gonna set it up. Now, this is my dream, and maybe I'm speaking about my dream too loud. I ain't telling y'all what part of Florida it is, because I don't want y'all to snatch it up. But
I know, you know how people go.
Yeah, but this is my dream for this area. Besides being my home, it's gonna have enough acreage that I could go ahead and have events without asking people to borrow or use or pay rent out to their place.
That's where it's at.
And if I can move quick enough, I can get it done by this summer.
Ooh, that would be a good move.
That'd be an excellent move. And
I'd like to move one day. But
well,
right now,
hey, it's like this here. We'll talk about this off air because we got 7 minutes. But that's why I'm getting ready to do the GoFundMe, to take this take this show to the next level that I know it can be. Teaming up with Dynasty Media Mogul, iHeartRadio, and Greenwise TV. I want to go ahead and give y'all the whole perspective, the visual and everything. And the only way to do that is Geechee got it down here. Trust me, when I leave this in capable hands, I know I'm leaving it in capable hands. But in order for us to grow, sometimes you have to make moves to get the best of everything that we need. And Gainesville has that. Remember we were talking about that cooking show?
Yes.
They have the facilities to do that there with Greenwise TV. So that's part of my move as well. Besides having my own studio that I could broadcast out of, I'd be moving there to go ahead and fulfill my wishes to be with Jose and getting the events there, getting chefs all across the country to come to Gainesville to do a cooking segment with me and Chef Tony. That's what I'm going to be going down there negotiating in Florida real soon. But the only way I can do that...
Don't forget me, Chef GG.
Okay.
Don't forget me. Chef GG. We specialize in Gullah Geechee and Sea Island cuisine. Vegan, vegetarian, and meat eaters are all welcome. Thank you, and have a great day.
Well, can I at least finish saying what I was going to say, Geechee?
No, I jumped in with my commercial.
I noticed that, but you think I'm going to forget my girl? Come on now.
I know.
Y'all, let me go ahead and end this. Y'all have a blessed day. Y'all see us tomorrow. If not, listen out for us anytime on iHeartRadio. You can say Alexa or you can say Google. All you got to do is hit the iHeartRadio thing. Hit that, and then guess what? You go to podcast. Once you go to podcast, you put Miss Green Jean's Wake and Bake Show. And guess what, darlings? You are there. So y'all have a great day. We will see you tomorrow. Toodles.
Thank you for listening to the Miss Green Jeans Wake and Bake Show.
Got a question. Are you awake yet?
They wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hold back, sometimes I won't. Yeah. I feel good, sometimes I don't. Like, no. I finesse down Western Road. Like, next. Might go down to G.O.D. Yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G. Yeah, wait. I make sure that Northside eat. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. Hey, hey. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me. Turn the 02 into the 03, dog. Without 40 Ollie, there be no me. Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan, God's plan. I can't do this on my own, hey, no, hey. Someone watching it close, yup, close. I've been me since Scarlet Road, hey, hey. Might go down as G.O.D., yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G, hey, wait. I make sure that Northside eat, yeah. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing. They wishing on me, yeah. Yeah. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing. They wishing on me, yeah.
It's your anniversary is near, and your man ain't acting right. So you packing your dummy gear luggage up, calling my cell phone, trying to catch a flight. You know one thing straight, I'll be there, girl, whenever